Aloha and welcome to my show, Prince Sean Internet TV. I'm here to identify 4 different types of interactions that I have with people and how you might be able to relate to this and use this in your own life so that you can quickly switch from one mindset to another so that you can categorize and deal with people in your life in a structured format. So the first one is 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 space number one, and that is the space I reserve for myself and my future wife. Second, and this is obviously a private state, something which involves, you know, one's bedroom time and, uh, divulging one's, figuring out one's subconscious mind, letting one's guard down and defenses and really growing and being in a safe learning environment, preferably a private residence. Next, the next space is for my spiritual family, which I'm a little cautious but fairly confident because I meet with them in a specific place. For example, like a church does every Sunday. I'm still planning how I'm going to do this, but right now I'm speaking out loud to you and sharing my strategy for type of space number two, which, like I said, involves people who have like-minded beliefs as me. For example, they're vegetarians. Like they like to do light work, and they're very safety conscious, kind of like me. And so the mindset number three involves professional and public relations. So it's people who I would treat with social courtesy, greetings and acknowledging their presence, and emailing them, text messaging them, but not talking so much about emotions or personal issues like relationships and ideas on politics and religion, but just talking to them about work and how to improve work, and even not talking about certain things like preference of eating. I think that I used to try to kind of force people or compel them to choose a certain diet because I thought it would, make their karma better. For example, a more vegetarian diet. However, I have to realize it takes time for people to change, and for you know for professional situations, I could always say, if you're looking for a new religion, I could invite you to, my Wednesday night, quote unquote, church service, or Sunday night, or I mean Sunday, but, just to avoid talking about certain things. And last but not least, there is the mindset number four. This is an interaction with people who I don't know and I want to be cautious around. They may be a potential threat. I want to be defensive. I may smile and greet them, but I won't try to engage in an interaction with them, and I may just try to give them some privacy and space. And perhaps if they're perhaps a coworker that I am upset with, that they're not somebody I would want to work with until I deal with the upset, so they'd be in space number four, and I would want to email them or text message them and not directly interact with them to try to create some communication which might stabilize the situation. Now, life, I think, should revolve around all generations, children and elders, and middle-aged people such as myself. And I think that a dream of marriage without the accompanying relationships is unsustainable, and it's not family oriented. For example, in the past I've been interested in women who I may have been friendly with, and I found them physically attractive. But I, I don't want my life to be that of mindless animal lust. I want it to be of, of familial love, an eternal thing, based upon logic. Like everything I talked about in this blog so far is logic. It's being calculated about how we do with our lives, and not just leaving it to randomness and chance and the the unpredictable nature of emotions. Okay, so there are reasons to avoid a marriage. First of all, your wording is important when you talk about marriage. Using things like, instead of, oh, I like this girl, how about I want to marry a woman? How about I want to marry a princess? This word choice makes it possible to really create a realm of nobility and graciousness, kindness, peace, and sustainability. There are reasons to avoid a marriage to your prince or princess. These include having no financial stability on either side, because you might feel bad about the person and want to care for them, but this is not this is not this is like survival mode. It's not thriving. It's not you like each other based off of your personality. You know, you may not know what the person wants. You may not know them well, and you may think you like them, but not want to tell everyone that you like them, or question it. This is the nature of the animal ego. It simply wants instant gratification. Okay, I want to take responsibility for my thoughts and things I say. These are under my control. For example, before gossiping, or thinking somebody is less than me, I simply categorize them as numbers 1 through 4. Are they myself or my spouse, or are they my spiritual family, or are they simply a professional person or somebody walking by, or is it somebody that I want to guard my emotions and heart with and be defensive around and avoid? So, last but not least, I think it's strategic to have in one's mind a, shall we say, a construct of what we might want our spouse to look like. For example, be very specific. Say things like, I'd like her to be a specific fashion, like me, for example, wearing at least jean shorts, to protect one's private area, and then like a dress to, cover, loose clothing, so there's no revealing, a certain type of diet, vegetarianism. I like a certain type of music, such as I like jazz music. I like rappers such as Gucci Mane, Lil Wayne, and some top 40, some club music, some trance or techno, you know, and then religion. I like my light work. I'm gonna want to be with somebody who agrees with the light work that I do, and they, are interested in using it to form stability in their life. Like, that's, for me, that's what I'm using. Right now I'm not financially stable, but I am moving in that direction, and I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like I'm getting a lot done and making a lot of discoveries. Because it's no fun to just follow blindly and just have relationships based off of chance. I think it's a lot more satisfying to really be into your relationships because you know what you want. So, that's some thoughts for you. You know, let's be independently sovereign beings, ladies and gentlemen. Aloha.